Alrighty, so I decided I wanted to do a new painting with some new paintbrushes, and what I decided to do this time was inspired by Lofe, um, a content creator, but I was inspired because I saw this T-shirt that had a cartoon design on it. It's the Loaf's Bakery T-shirt. I thought it was pretty awesome because the cartoon that was on it, it kind of reminded me of these old cartoons from like the 30s, and just old cartoons that I remember as a kid. I know it wasn't from the 30s, but when I was a child growing up, I actually watched a lot of this stuff, so I decided to do like Jessica Rabbit, Bending in the Ink Machine characters. If you can see right here at the top, the three little dudes that look like just like boxes of cereal or something, which I don't think that's what it is, but um, that's actually from Call of Duty, believe it or not. Any of my Call of Duty fans out there, or any Call of Duty fan out there, if you've played, I think Infinity Ward, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it was that one. The one with zombies in Spaceland. I had to add that because it gave that effect. So this is just a bunch of things mixed up with cartoon characters and basically COD references, because if you guys don't already know, I am a huge COD Zombies fan. I think honestly, sadly, one of my least played zombies was probably Zombies in Spaceland, because when it came out, I didn't get it on my console, unfortunately. I guess that's kind of a false statement. Not that part, but um the newer CODs are actually ones I don't play the most. But I guess I wish I would have gave Zombies in Spaceland more of a chance. Because every time I did play it, I had hella fun, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. This took me a little bit. Um, I did the sketch, which I didn't do it all in one day because I was kind of being lazy about it, because I kind of been lacking energy. It kind of sucks because, you know, when I do these paintings and when I do art, it's like I'm inspired to do it and I really want to do it, but it's like I find it hard to get the energy and momentum to actually finish it as soon as I'd want to. So, for some people, if they do like, I don't know, let's say they do kind of a complex art, for them it might take 20 hours, 22 hours on average, from what I've seen, anyways, from artists I've watched. But for me, it'd probably take twice as long, unfortunately, just because I don't know. I have a hard time like pushing myself to do stuff, but then when I do, I'm on a ball. But I'm still pretty slow about it. Like with this, outlining the characters and everything, that took forever, honestly. But yeah, like I said, I really loved this design. I thought it was really cool. It's kind of funny because like his name's Loaf and the cartoon's a loaf of bread, so it's like I kind of get what he was doing with that. So I thought it was pretty dope. Um, so yeah, this took me a little bit. And it took me a while to figure out what I want to do for the background too. I feel like I could have maybe added a few more characters, but I just didn't. And I was originally gonna do the background black, but as you can see, like a lot of like it just would have like not worked out well because a lot of the characters have black, so it just would not have gone well. So I kind of had to come up and like think in my head what would go good with that. So I kind of had like some issues along the way, not like really bad issues, but as like an artist or whatever, sometimes you just those little minor things can sometimes be something that you kind of have to think a little bit harder on. So I hope I chose the right color, because I was wanting it to be a dark background. I didn't want it really to be light because I kind of wanted like the logo, like Loaf's logo, to pop out more, because that was kind of like the main inspiration of this. Like the main thing was like the fan art for that. Yeah, technically the other characters are fan art too, but like I guess it was just like, I don't know, like a fan art for like someone in particular, if that makes sense. But yeah, kind of like a little off topic here. I don't really know. I was gonna talk about like a random topic over this. I really didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to put music over it or something. I don't know. I still might. But I'm having troubles with that kind of stuff lately. Like with the whole music thing, I'm still having to like figure that out. Unless I use like my beats that I made, but they're actually like pretty horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. So I just decided I was gonna hop on here and just do a little voiceover. If I do another like project like this again, maybe I might actually talk about an actual topic, like I don't know, like something I kind of been thinking about lately is I feel like there's not enough time in a day, especially when I'm doing art. I feel like when I'm working on a project and I'm really working on it and I'm like trying to give myself a date, a set time and date when I want it done, then I feel like all of a sudden like it feels like there's not even 24 hours in a day anymore. I feel like almost like the day gets cut in half, and it honestly literally does feel like that for me sometimes. So it's kind of weird because like sometimes I'm just like, is there really 24 hours in a day? There's no way it took me that long to do that, because like when you look at this, it might look like it's, oh, this is pretty simple, cartoon characters, whatever. But like, um, if I'm gonna add all the time that I probably spent on this, I would probably say, like I said, it takes me actually quite some time, but it probably took me at least 20 hours, if not longer, to make this. And it's not even that complex. Like I said, it's just cartoon characters. But here's the final look. For the background, I decided to do like a dark blue gray. I kind of wish I would have done it a little bit darker, but there was no way I was going to go and outline all of that again. That part wasn't on camera with the background because I just, this is my first, like, quote unquote full time lapse. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed.